She laughed first. A sharp, practiced laugh. The kind that lands like a slap and expects silence in return. "Get out," she said, waving her hand like I was dust on her furniture. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't step back. I just looked at her and said it calmly, almost kindly. "Shouldn't it be you who needs to understand your position?" She scoffed. She thought this was theater. She thought I was bluffing. That moment was the spark, but the fire had been waiting a long time. I had married into this family with faith and effort. I brought order where there was chaos, money where there were debts, calm where there were screaming matches disguised as tradition. I worked late. I paid quietly. I fixed things without asking for credit. I believed respect would arrive eventually, like a delayed payment. My mother-in-law never believed in delayed anything. She believed in dominance. In hierarchy, in reminding people who belonged where. I was tolerated, not accepted. Useful, not valued. A tenant in her kingdom. There were good days once. Family dinners where she smiled too wide. Compliments that felt rehearsed. Moments where I thought, maybe now, maybe this is the turn. It never was. The betrayal didn't arrive loudly. It came in whispers. A missed payment notice I wasn't supposed to see. A bank alert tied to an account I didn't recognize. My name wasn't on it. My money was... I didn't confront anyone. I listened. I watched. I learned the rhythm of lies. Who spoke when? Who avoided eye contact? Who suddenly had opinions about my place? The pain was sharp, but it didn't last. Pain turns into something else when you let it cool. It becomes clarity. I started planning without changing my face. I kept paying, but I tracked every transfer. I copied statements. I documented signatures. I recorded conversations that sounded innocent unless you knew what to hear for. They underestimated me because I stayed polite. That was their mistake. I spoke to a lawyer under a different name. Then an accountant. Then a second accountant to verify the first. I learned where the debts really lived. I learned whose name was on which asset. I learned how fragile their power actually was. It took months. I let them feel comfortable. Let them believe the narrative they loved most. That I needed them. The execution was quiet. No shouting. No dramatic reveal. I froze the accounts legally tied to my income. I redirected payments. I filed notices. I triggered audits that asked questions no one there could answer. The house she ruled like a throne room was not fully hers. The business she bragged about was leveraged against money I had earned. The support she mocked was the spine holding everything upright. The confrontation happened in a room full of people. Not by my design, but fitting. She demanded answers. Her voice cracked when authority failed to summon obedience. I laid the documents on the table, slowly, one by one. I didn't explain. I didn't need to. The silence did the work for me. Her face changed in stages. Confusion, anger, fear, recognition. She looked at me like she was seeing a stranger. And in a way, she was. I spoke once. "You asked who was supporting the family." No one laughed. The fallout was swift. Accounts locked. Properties reevaluated. Conversations shifted from commands to pleas. People who had avoided my eyes suddenly needed my understanding. I didn't gloat. I didn't punish beyond what was necessary. Justice doesn't need decoration. It just needs precision. In the end, she was asked to leave the house she once told me to get out of. Not by me, by reality. By contracts. By the truth she ignored. I felt nothing dramatic. No rush, no triumph. Just relief. And a quiet sense of alignment, like the world had corrected its posture. Now, when I think back to that laugh, it sounds different. Smaller. Hollow. I didn't take revenge to feel powerful. I took it to stop feeling invisible. And I never had to raise my voice to do it.